Welcome to your practice. So this is a video for you to ease back into your practice if you haven't been practicing in a while, or you've been on holiday, or you just want to get started again, but in a way that, will not make you break a leg. And it's also for you if you are short on time, you want to fit in a quick practice, but nothing too crazy, just want to move around a bit. So this is the practice for you. So you can start in any seated position that is comfortable for you. So I'm going to start in Vajrasana, Thunderbolt pose, but you're welcome to take in any other seated position. You're welcome to close your eyes and take a moment here to check in with yourself, noticing the points of contact of your body on the floor, on the mat, on the surface, whatever it is you are seated on. You can observe your sensations, what is present for you. Observe your breath, your thoughts. And maybe set the intention to find some ease and space in your body and maybe in your mind. So you can take a deep breath in. A big exhale out of your mouth or your nose, your choice. And then you can go ahead, open your eyes and start in child's pose. Any version of child's pose. You can keep your big toes together, have your knees wide, have your knees together, arms forward, arms back, any option. And your head can rest on your hands or on your mat. Again, making it your version. Find your version of the shape. You're welcome to be still a moment here, to let a few exhales out of your mouth, or to wiggle your hips a little bit, move around. And then from here, come to all fours. Ground for your fingertips, for your knees, for your feet. Toes can be pointed or tucked under, whatever is more stable for you. Let's start with some cat-cow stretches. So here you want to synchronize breath and movement. You can inhale as you arch your back and exhale as you round your back, or the opposite. But a few rounds like this, following your breath, arching and rounding your back. And you can stay here, or if you wish, next time you go for rounding, you can bring your ribs to one side first, then round, then push your ribs to the other side and back to center as you arch. So adding more circular motions here. In one direction and the other. And from here back to center. Again, keep grounding through your fingertips. Extend your right leg, extend your left leg. Push the floor away, feel your shoulder blades pulling away from each other. Chin to chest. And then slowly roll back. Take your time. Roll through your whole spine to find extension and downward facing dog. So if this is your first down dog in a while, it might feel a bit yucky. So you're welcome to add a bit of movement, maybe wiggling your hips or bending your knees, one at a time or both. Just finding some movement that, again, will make you find some ease here in that shape, even if it's not your favorite. I know it's not mine, that's for sure, but, good old down dog. Yeah. All right. Then from here, bend your knees, sit back, gaze towards your thumbs. And then step into a squat. So bring your feet on the outside of your hands, lower your hips, but without dumping into your flexibility. Keep a bit more activity here by pressing the floor away, chest is open, and you can wiggle a little bit side to side. Adding some oil in your hip joint, as I often say. Good. Back to center, push floor away. And then you can keep your knees bent as you heel to toe your feet closer. So they can come together, they can remain hip distance. That's my personal preference, but it's up to you to decide. It can be even a bit wider. Knees bent, take a moment. Head soft, jaw soft, neck soft. You can sway a little bit side to side. Then from here, bend your knees, sit back. And then push floor away. Keep your knees bent as you roll all the way up, one vertebra at a time. Keep pushing the floor away as you come up, legs straighten, arms sweep up, big inhale here. And then on an exhale, you can bring your hands to your heart in prayer, Samastitihi. A couple of halves and salutations. And again, we're resuming synchronizing breath and movement. So on your inhale, reach your arms up over your head. Exhale, fold over your legs. Knees bent if you need to, or 10 fingertips to the floor. And then inhale, wave your spine long halfway up. Hands can stay here hanging or come to your legs. Exhale to fold. Inhale, bend your knees, sit back. And then push floor away as you roll up. Follow the direction of your exhale that is coming up through your nostrils. So all the way up, using the exhale as a transitional breath. On the inhale, fill in the shape, arms sweep up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more like this. Inhale, reach up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend your knees, sit back. Hello, Boulette. Exhale, push floor away and roll up. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Adding lunges. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold, pace but no rush. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands down. Step your right foot back, right knee to the floor. As you inhale from your belly, wave your spine long. Then press into both feet as you roll up, bringing your shoulders over that left hip, over your hips. Inhale, sweep up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, hands down, go back, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. On an inhale, lift your heels, pubic bone to navel, navel to spine, chin to chest, slowly roll forward. Can take more than one breath, but keep your breath flowing. One shoulders are over wrist, lift your head, inhale here in plank. And then exhale, lower to the floor, either with knees first and then whole body, or in one piece. Free toes, arms go back, palms face down. Inhale, Shalabhasana. If you can lift your feet if it's available for you today. Exhale, hands down under your shoulders, feet down. Inhale to all fours. Exhale, downward facing dog. Slow and skillful. Inhale, reach your right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bring your right foot between your hands, back knee drop. Inhale, wave spine long, and then push floor away and roll up. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Now as you exhale, bring both hands inside your front foot. Step your right foot to the side of your mat. You can keep your heel on the mat and turn your toes out slightly or step out of your mat completely. But keep your foot on the floor. And then you can step your left hand a bit more to the side, so a wide stance between your right foot and your left hand. And then with your right hand, gently press the inner thigh, right inner thigh away from you. So you can lean onto that left hand, lean back a little bit. You can gaze up if that's available for your neck, otherwise forward or down, doesn't really matter. Take another breath in, and on an exhale, both hands down, and then step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, sit back. Exhale, step, walk or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, inhale, sit back and prepare. push floor away and roll up. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Same thing, other foot. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, left foot back, left knee down. Inhale, wave spine long. Exhale, press both feet down, roll up. More upright than dumping into your hips. Inhale, sweep arms up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, hands down, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lift your heels, bring your navel towards your spine, wave forward to plank, hello Boulette. Inhale into plank, exhale to the floor with knees first or in one piece. This time interlock your fingers behind your back, make a fist, and then inhale Shalabhasana, holding on to your hands. Exhale all the way down, hands on the shoulders. Inhale to all fours. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left foot forward, back knee down. Wave spine long, inhale. Push floor away, roll up. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hands down inside left foot. Step your left foot out to the side, right hand out to the side, and then same thing. A bit of space in your hips. Pressing gently your left thigh out, but keep pressing the floor away too. One more breath here. Exhale, hands down, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, inhale, sit back. Exhale, step, walk or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale to fold. Bend your knees, inhale, push floor away, roll up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down. One last standing sequence and then we'll get to the floor. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, hands down, step, walk, hop back to down dog. I'll step for now. Inhale, reach right leg up towards the sky. Bend your right knee, roll hip open. Inhale, extend right leg behind you. Exhale, right foot forward between your hands. Turn and ground your back foot. We're going for warrior two. Reach your left arm forward and let that left arm carry you all the way up. Warrior two, Virabhadrasana 3. Adjust your feet if you need to. As you inhale, reverse. So my preference here is to bring my back arm behind the back and then sweep with the front arm so it goes back. But you can totally bring that back hand on the back thigh. It doesn't really matter. Just find the side bend, find the length. Take another breath in. And then as you exhale, both hands inside front foot again, but this time turn to face the long side edge of your mat. Adjust your feet so they're on the same line, feet parallel or slightly turned out. And then when you're stable and ready, you can start going from one side to the other, getting a bit more into those legs. Good. Once your right knee is bent, next time your right knee is bent, turn back to face the front of your mat, coming to a runner's lunge. All 10 toes facing forward. And then press your hands down, lift your hips so you can chamber your knee to your chest and bring your right shin to the floor in pigeon. So we'll do 3 versions of pigeon, from an active version to a more passive one. So you get to feel all the different tones and feelings. Again, there's not one right way to do a shape. There are many, many ways depending on your intention here. And here first, a bit of tone. So you can stay here. You can stay here, but press everything down. Stay a bit more upright. Or for those of you who don't need your hands, press both shins down. So you can lift Or maybe your arms are long enough that you can place your hands on the floor, place hands on the block. Or another version is to bring your hands in prayer at your heart. Just keep pressing down, lifting through the crown of your head. Take another breath in. And then lower hands to the floor with control. And come onto your forearms. So this one will be a bit more passive, but still with a bit of activity here. Again, press both shins down and pull them towards one another. It's like you want to bring both feet together. They will never touch here, but that's the idea. And then you can grip your mat and pull. Take another breath in. And then let everything go, let everything drop. You can start on your forearms or you can come all the way down. And then come all the way up. Walk your hands back and find your way back to down dog. Taking a bit of a stretch here. And take a moment. And then same thing. Second side. On the inhale, left leg goes up. Bend your left knee, roll hip open. Inhale, extend left leg behind you. Exhale, first left foot forward between your hands. Turn and ground your back foot. Reach your right arm forward and come up. Warrior two. Ground through your feet. Inhale, reverse. Couple breaths. One more inhale here, feeling that side bend. On an exhale, both hands inside, front foot. Take your time to spin and face the other edge of your mat. Adjust your feet. And then when you're ready, again, side lunges. Or moving wide-legged forward bend if you prefer. Next time your left knee is bent, stay here, turn all 10 toes forward, coming into runner's lunge. Both hands press down, lift your hips, chamber left knee, and let your left shin land softly with control and grace and style on your mat. Again, those three options for pigeon. Hands to the floor or pressing the floor away so much that you can lift a bit more. Hands on something. Mat, block, or hands in prayer. Another couple breaths. One more breath in. And then with control, hands on your mat if they're not there yet. Your hips might lower a little bit here. Come onto your forearms and same thing. Everything presses down and towards the center. And then all the way down, release all that. And slowly roll up. And then find your way back to the last down dog for this practice. Now remember, if you want to stay longer in any of those shapes, you're welcome to pause the video and stay for as long as you wish. You can also remove all the flow elements and go to the shapes directly, warrior two, reverse warrior, go to pigeon. Make it yours. Make that practice yours. Yeah. And then from here, knees to the floor. And you can sweep your legs to the side, lean to one side, sweep your legs around so they come forward, or cross your ankles, roll on your ankles, and send your legs in front of you. You want to scooch to the front of your mat, bend your knees, and then roll all the way on your back. Yeah. Almost there. A little bit more work here, unless you want to rest. Now we're going to do a breathing bridge with breath. In and out of the shape. So it won't be the deepest bridge ever. It will just be lifting, opening front body and coming down in and up a few times. So on your inhale, you can lift your hips and send your arms over your head. Ideally, once your inhale finishes, the back of your hand is touching the floor. And then on an exhale, bring everything back down, arms alongside your body. When your half breath finishes, your movement finishes too. A couple more times with your breath. So finding your pace here. You can follow mine, you can completely follow yours, your choice. Let's do 2 more. And take your time to finish your 2. I have 1 more to go. And then when you're done, keep your body as it is. Feet on the floor, knees bent. Let your spine go back to its neutral shape. Another breath here, neutralizing shape. And then you can hug your knees into your chest. Use your hands to squeeze your knees, give yourself a big hug, and rock a little bit side to side. And from now, rock up to a sit and cross your right shin in front of your left shin. I'm going to turn to face you. Right shin in front of left shin. And then walk your hands forward and come into a simple, gentle forward bend. You're welcome to stay still or sway a little bit side to side, depending on what you need here. Slowly come up and switch sides. Left leg in front of right. Walk your hands forward, let everything soften. Again, finding some ease here. Again, rolling up and open your legs as wide as they'll go without forcing. Another side bend here, a bit more side bending here. So bring your right elbow on top of your right thigh, so you'll be able to support your head here. And for this version, let your left hip lift a little bit. So your pelvis and your spine work together to get into that side bend, which might create again a bit more space here. So let your left hip lift, and you can see, you can come upright, let that hip lift and see how automatically your body will go to the right as you lift that. So this is just to encourage that movement. Find this. And then let your left arm, again, sweep across and up and reach. So you might not want to grab the right foot, it's fine. You just want to go for length and space in your side body. And then on an inhale, use that left arm to come all the way up. Back to center, little pause here, just feeling those feelings. And then switching sides, same thing. Left elbow, left thigh. Lift your right hip a little bit, encouraging movement in space and in a change of shape in your spine, coming into that side bend. Sweep right arm, and again, emphasizing that motion and reach and lengthen. And breathe, of course. On an inhale, all the way up. Take a moment, feel those feelings. And then you can bring your knees together and roll on your back. Ooh, hey. Now a little twist to finish up, but let it be gentle. Let it be gentle. You can keep your knees together, spin your knees to one side. You can extend one leg, have the other knee come over. Or again, my preference, but again, it's pretty much personal preference here. Crossing, for instance here, right leg on top of left and spinning knees to left. The only thing here, before you spin your knees, So for instance, I'm going to spin my knees to my left, but before that, I'm going to scooch my hips to my right. So when I spin my knees, I'm keeping my spine neutral instead of my lower back rounding. So you want to keep that. So before you spin your knees, move your hips in the opposite direction and spin, and then let everything go. A couple breaths. Okay, so any direction that feels okay for your neck. And on an exhale back to center, you can rearrange your body on your mat, and then when you're ready, switching sides, scooching your hips first to one side and then your knees to the other on an exhale. And back to center. Again, if you wish to stay longer in those gentle twists, pause the video and stay as long as you like. But if you're back to center, you can come into your resting shape of choice. Can be Shavasana on your back, legs wide, arms wide to the sides, or hands to your body, elbows out. You can come to one side, you can roll on your belly. You can also come back to a sit and just to sit in silence for a moment. Your choice for the last few moments here. Another moment. Now, if you have a bit of time ahead of you and you want to stay longer, either seated or on the floor, you're welcome to do so. Otherwise, if you're ready, you're welcome to come back to a sit, take your time. So finding your comfortable seated position, grounding through your sits bones, lifting through the crown of your head, hands in prayer at your heart in Anjali Mudra. And you can take a moment again to observe your body's sensations, breath, thoughts. Take a deep breath in. Big exhale out of your nose or mouth, your choice. Another inhale here. On an exhale, bow your head to your heart. Inhale, lift your head back up. And you can release your hands, slowly blink your eyes open. Thank you for your practice today, and I'll see you soon.